Yes, good afternoon guys. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It's been a long time between videos. I do apologise. I'm not that great a video sort of person, but I do enjoy doing them when I do them, if that makes any sense. Alright, today's the Saturday, the 2nd of December 2017, and what I do today is I just thought I'd run over a few things with regards to the indicators I use. I do get a lot of questions about them, and I've added a new one to the mix, as you all know if you follow me in the Facebook group. But today I'm just going to run through a few of the indicators, just give you an idea of my thinking behind them and just how they work, etc. So most of you that have got my books, especially the high probability or the divergence books, are very familiar with these indicators in front of you. So the middle one here is probably the main indicator, the MACD Platinum. Below it we have the QQE Advanced, which I rarely have displayed on the screen, but I've just got it up here to show you guys. And a combination of these two indicators give us the QMP filter, these red and green dots on the chart. Alright, so I'll just give you a quick rehash on these. This is just a USD yen daily chart, alright, so doesn't matter what it is. So these dots on the QMP filter, they are formed by a combination of a dot on the MACD Platinum, which is this middle indicator, and a cross of the two lines, the blue and the orange lines on the QQE Advanced, alright. So all the QMP filter is just more of a visual aid. It's not an actual indicator as such. It's a visual aid to make life a lot easier, so I don't have to get the crosshairs out and try and line things up and see where the crosses and that were. The QMP filter will do that for you. Now, none of these signals repaint, and these dots on the QMP filter are not formed until the candle closes and the signal is confirmed. So you won't see these dots forming mid-candle or anything like that. So they don't repaint. Once they're there forever. Same goes with the dots on the MACD Platinum, and obviously the cross, you'll have to wait for the candle to close for that cross to be confirmed. So I'll just look at this one here where the crosshairs are on. So we've got a red dot on the MACD Platinum, and if you look down at the QQE Advanced, there's no cross there. So it's not until we have that cross on here, it's the cross here, the red dot's still in play, therefore the QMP filter is given a red dot, hence we go short. Get a blue dot here on the MACD Platinum, no cross on the QQE, still blue dot, still no cross. Cross happens in this area here somewhere. Green dot on the QMP filter, and off we go. So these settings all match up. You'll have a look. Where are we? This is the QQE Advanced 183. MACD Platinum. This is your default MACD settings 12.26.9. So that's all good. And you'll look at to make sure it all matches up. What have I done here? Hang on a sec. QMP filter. Settings 12.26.9, that's for your MACD Platinum, and 183 for your QQE Advanced. Now if I change this to 2 and 1, now see it moved the dots. Now this will tend to give you, I'll get rid of this. It'll tend to give you more dots in line with the actual MACD Platinum. Most of them, not all the time. So that one's a bit lagging, that one's a bit lagging. That one's spot on, that one's spot on, that one's spot on, that one's spot on. So if you change the settings to 123 instead of 121. I'll just check that, I'll make sure I've done the right thing here. 121. If you change the settings to 121 on the bottom three settings, it tends to put the dots more in line with the MACD Platinum dots if you just want to trade them. But I just use the default settings, 183, it's no problems there. Alright, so that's clear. Now, a lot of people ask me the workings behind the indicators. I don't really care, to be honest. It's like watching a TV. I know it works, and I know what it can do for me, so that's all. I don't need to know how a TV actually works. Same can be said for the indicators. If you look at the MACD Platinum, it's all got to do with this zero lag. So if you come down here and you'll see there's a setting here, input, zero lag. Change that to false. So it takes away the zero lag. And look how it changes. Just goes to a normal sort of looking MACD, not a platinum. You can play with these settings, no dramas. That's but I like to use the zero lag feature. I've got both of these indicators, the QQE Advanced and also the MACD Platinum. I picked up over the years from various methods or systems or companies I was with, and I just like to look at them and they work well together, hence I use them. Now I'll just switch to another chart here. Now this, you'll see these blue and orange trend lines. This is the new indicator that I've been talking about in the JAGfx Facebook group. I'll just go into the, where are we, Facebook, JAGfx. Now this indicator, well, I get a lot of questions in here. Where can I find the spreadsheet? Where can I find the indicators, etc. So here's the main page. If you go to the top post here, Christina Simone, it's a pinned post, which means it's always at the top. If you read this, it's gone to another screen, that's all right. If you read Christina's post, it tells you where everything is, all right? So she gives you a few links to things, FAQs, the test results, trade screenshots, the daily results. Everyone asks me where the results are. All you do is go into the files folder. A lot of people don't realise this, but there's all this stuff on the left here. If you click on files, it takes you into my files folder. In here, you'll find FAQs, multiple trade spreadsheets, stuff on how to do with mobile phones. There's lots of indicators, custom indicators. You'll also find the one we're just about to talk about, the JAGfx RD. It's a custom indicator. It's in here. It's freely available to anyone that's a member of my Facebook group. FAQs, there's trade screenshots. You can click on see more and you will probably find the JAGfx daily results. Pity I can't push them up the list a bit, but that's my spreadsheet I always talk about. So it's all there for you guys. So let's just go back to where we were at. Now this is the JAGfx RD. This is an indicator. JAGfx, obviously my company name. RD is RSI Divergence. This was taken. I got the idea from Rob Booker. As a lot of you know, I'm a lifetime member of Rob's, and his indicator, custom indicator, Knoxville Divergence. Now, if I bring that on the screen, this is Rob Booker's Knoxville Divergence. It's got a fair few settings here, and he uses a few indicators. So he's got RSI, he uses the momentum, stochastics. What else he got? MACD in there. So he's got a lot of, and it makes up something similar to what you see on my chart. But I didn't use all of that stuff. I just used the RSI. So hence I just had my programmer build me something that was simple. So if you look in my inputs, all you get's RSI period and alerts. That's it. And you just change the colours. So I set it on 4. Again, it's a bit like the MACD Platinum. I'm not really sure how it works. I've got this RSI set up on this chart just to show you. This is a setting of 4, and I cannot work out how these lines are produced compared to this RSI. So I've got no idea. To be honest, I've got no idea how it works, but to me it's handy. It works well. Now, I'll just explain a few things about this indicator. I'll get rid of the RSI because I don't need it. And what I'll do is I'll just go to my template. Actually, I'll go back to this one. No, stand by. Hang on, just bring up the template. All right, there's my basic template. You guys see them on Facebook every day. It's just your standard high probability setup. Now, I'll just get rid of these for a bit. Now this indicator, I'm talking about the JAGfx RD, I'll just call it RD to make it simple. it paints these lines on the screen. These lines readjust. So your chart and my chart might look different. People would call it a repaint. I wouldn't necessarily call it a repaint because, for example, this latest one, all right, it's orange is bearish, so I'd be looking to short here, all right. Once it paints one, so this is the first orange one that's painted here, somewhere here. That, once it's painted once, it won't, bearish divergence won't disappear. It may readjust to another candle and it may display on another candle, but it won't disappear. So it'll still be bearish divergence, until you get bullish divergence, which is the blue lines, all right? And you can see the pattern if you look at the charts, and it's probably a hard indicator to explain. You really have to put it onto, say, a fast-moving 1 minute chart, and all I do is I draw, if I put it on, say, a 1 minute chart that's moving, I just watch it like a hawk for about an hour, and I just keep on sort of put lines on the chart like that. So if it starts here, I'll put a line there, and I'll put a line there so I know where it finishes. Then I'll watch the 1 minute, and if it readjusts, I'll just readjust it, just so I can get an idea of how it works. It's tough because it does readjust. Now, having said that, I wouldn't use it as a standalone indicator. That's why I use it as a combination, all right? So I'll give you an example. So I'll look at this sort of sell example here, all right? So prices come up nicely. We've got the bit of an early warning. We've got a red dot in the MACD platinum, and we've got a red QMP. Now, say that was a good setup for a sell for whatever reason. We've got confirming bearish divergence on the RD. So three things are working for me. MACD's above the zero level, got a red QMP filter dot, and I've got RD bearish divergence. So take the signal. So I wouldn't take the signal obviously until the open of this candle here. So then it heads down nicely. Now you can see how price is getting near the, the MACD is getting near the zero level, and at the same time I've got a first blue bullish divergence on the RD formed. That for me says time to do something. Combination of that getting near the zero level and that blue bullish divergence. So if I was in there, I'd probably say take half my trade off the table, move my stop to break even, or move it, if I took, say I closed out half on the open there, 178 pips, this is a big daily chart, 180 pips say, I could move a stop, say 180 pips up here, so it's an overall break even and gives the trade a bit of room to move. So right, so that's cool, so we're out of the trade there, so there's no excuse for a loss there. You've got everything telling you. Now we'll take the next trade, so it's a buy signal. So we've got bullish divergence, we've got a blue dot on MACD platinum, we've got a green dot on the QMP filter. Take the trade in there on the open of that candle. Goes up nicely. There's your first divergence formed on the close there. So we've got a reversal warning signal. Our RD is a reversal warning signal. Price is MACD is through the zero level. Time to take some action. Close half your trade. Move your stop to break here. And we get a sell trade. It's confirmed and it's still in sell mode, even though it's gone through the zero level on the MACD platinum. You could either start closing out your trade there and then see we still haven't had a bullish divergence anywhere, so I wouldn't be taking a buy trade as yet. Now, if you did get out of here and you're looking for a new trade, I'd only be taking trades to the short side. Now, I'll see if I can find an example where your divergence disappears before it crosses the zero level. Should have had one prepared, shouldn't I? It would save me looking. Usual story. Sometimes what will happen is you'll get a reversal divergence before your MACD's even got to the zero level, you can basically ignore that divergence and just stay in the trade and only worry about it once the MACD platinum gets to the zero level. You'll find a lot of times you'll have your reversal divergence, then it will reverse again and go back in the original direction. I'm just not finding an obvious example here. It happens a fair bit actually. So take sell there, sell, no. Yeah, so this indicator, not a standalone, it's a filter, it readjusts, throw it on the 1 minute charts, have a look at it, and don't ask me exactly how it works, I'm just not sure on that. But it does work very well, and it's a great early warning either for a trade or for give you a warning for a trade direction, or it's a warning for an exit. So I'll just go to the current 1 hour charts I'm on. This is my USD Canada. You guys that were watching me last week on Facebook, you would know I got in a hell of a mess on Thursday night, and I had to go out and I missed an opportunity to sort of start closing out this trade, and my whole sequence was out of whack. I managed to pick up clear a lot of those trades on this news release. I could have just, in hindsight now, I could have just stayed in and I would have cleared both of these other trades. But what we've got at the moment, I'll just run over this, is I took a buy here. So any blue vertical line, that's the candle I took this next candle. So I took a buy, there's the blue horizontal line that shows my entry level. And we had the news come out, which absolutely decimated me. And so I took a hedge sell. So at the moment I've locked in a loss from about here, which is about 110 pips, so that's locked in. So I bought one, I sold one. Now what I'm doing is waiting for a sell. Now you can see here, I've got a blue dot, sorry, I'm waiting for a buy. I've got a blue dot here. Now I've got all this blue bullish RD, so that's saying the next one's up. It can keep on heading down forever, it doesn't worry me, I can't lose any more money other than on the swap. So I'm looking for a buy. So for example, say I got in a buy at this level here. So what's that? 12714. So all at 12714. Go to my spreadsheet. It's already prepared. Buy. So I'll be going for 0.3. What did I say? 127,140. So that'd be just above in this area here, give or take. So my break even then with the 3 trades, got a buy, a sell and a buy. You can see on the spreadsheet here, 12750. All right, so let's have a look where that is. 12750. It's about here. So didn't work. So my overall break even will be in this area here roughly, 12750, where that red line is there. That's my, if that's the price I've got in at. Normally I mark these on the charts, look like this. You always see the yellow dashed line. So if I got on a buy signal here for 0.3, all I'd have to do is get that yellow line there, and that would clear all 3 trades as break even. So that's just the way I'm hedging. That's about it, I think. So that just with this JAGfx RD, put it on 1 minute chart and watch it. You'll see how it works. It always goes from buy to sell, and you'll get sell because it hasn't come down far enough to generate a buy. So it's a good little indicator and it's handy, but don't use it as a standalone. It just won't work. And I think that just about covers it. It's more of just a rehash and introduction to the JAGfx RD. And in the meantime, I'm back testing, running tests as usual. EAs. There we go. Takes forever sometimes. Okay, guys, it's a Saturday afternoon. Might be time for me to head to a local bar and watch some sport and enjoy a couple of cold beers and have a break from trading. This video's got for about 20 minutes, longer than I thought. So, thanks for watching and enjoy the weekend. And thanks to anyone that's joined my Facebook group or even anyone's bought any of my books and left reviews, etc. Always appreciate it, and I enjoy the banter between us all. Thanks very much for that. Have a good day.